Hello Group 1 and welcome to this tarot reading. As you know from the intro and the title, in this one we are going to be finding out what is blocking your manifestation. So since you are here and you clicked on this video, I presume that you think that there is something indeed blocking your manifestation right now. Whatever that is, that can be big or small, like I don't know, a shoe or a house or a movement. It literally can be anything. So I would say it's the thing that was in your mind, somewhere in your, behind, like in your thoughts while you were clicking on this video, okay? So as you can see, I have already divided your reading into 3 sections, 3 categories. The first one is going to be what is blocking your manifestation. The second is going to be why is it blocked? And the third section is going to answer what you can do about it. So we're going to ask for some advice from the ether. And this card will serve us as a further indicator, and I will look at it holistically. So let me start with your cards, and I feel like, honestly, I want to start with all of them, from the very beginning. Okay, so the first ones, as you can see, we have for you the Chariot, and then the Nine of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles, very interesting, and Justice. So we have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. Okay, Group 1, by looking at the Chariot and the Nine of Wands, what I can tell you, and please, I know it may be difficult for me to ask it of you since it's like a very personal message talking to you, reading your energy with your cards, but I want you to detach yourself a little bit from what I'm about to tell you and not treat the words as personally, because I sometimes use incorrect words as English is not my first language, and I don't want to hurt you in any way, if that may happen. So the Chariot and the Nine of Wands, it's telling me, Group 1, that your manifestation may be blocked because some of you don't know where you are going. You feel unsure about your way, your direction. And this is like a big sense of direction. The Chariot is a major arcana card. This is going with drive, feeling like we can be victorious. And I feel like for you right now, there is a lack. Now, usually the Nine of Wands is a card that indicates that you feel like you need to fight battles, like there are obstacles in your life, like there is something hindering you. And that may be because of something that happened to you. However, if I am to be frank with you in this moment, your manifestation is being blocked, or not even blocked, it's being slowed down because you are not as sure about where you're going, or there is that sense of not being in control. There is that sense of maybe failing or being bound to fail. There may be some just negative scenarios around you right now in your mind, some victim scenarios. You may be envisioning yourself as a victim, as someone in difficult situation when it comes to your path, okay? Now, if you don't feel like it is you, then for a group of you beautiful souls that are watching, it is possible that you know where you're going, you do know your path, you do know your end goal, but maybe there is still something in your mind envisioning yourself as someone having to protect themselves, as someone weak, as someone not in control, as someone not capable of achieving what you want, going where you want to be, and standing strong and empowered. Since the Chariot is very much about moving forward, I would also say that if any of y'all have a clear goal in mind, that is very possible that you have too much of a goal in mind and too little of the road of how you're getting there. But there is definitely something about how or where you are heading. Something about your feelings, it may not be empowered right now. And what I want to tell you, we will go to the advice in just a second, but this is advice just coming from me right now, not as like channeling the cards. I want to tell you that this happens because we are human beings and you are allowed to feel like this. Now, if you ever feel like that you will fail, or you play a scenario in your mind when you are laughed at or belittled or just not understood, or you feel like you will need to protect yourself, I don't want to condemn you, because these feelings are normal. So please don't try to bypass them. I'm sure you're gonna come out of it and it's going to pass. Now, I want to look at this third category, so we're gonna jump around just a little bit. But in the advice section, what you can do about it, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse and Justice in reverse. All right, first thing I dropped on me is relinquishing control. You need to relinquish control right now, and this may make you feel like your foundation is either shaky or that you don't have a foundation whatsoever. You may feel like you are kind of giving up your power if you're not taking things in control. But when I see the Chariot with the 9 of Wands, this control that you're having right now it's distorted anyways, group 1. You need to understand that in this combination, the control that you're having is not very healthy control. And now, okay, Spirit, give us some advice on how to relinquish that control. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles are very earthly and connected to our material possessions or money. So that can tell me that you are asked to not control your money as much, not control where your things go. I remember I was watching one time Christina Lope's video. Let me know if you saw that video too. I will link it for you down below. It's like, it actually talks about relinquishing control. And she even mentions how you can put your items at your house in certain places, and then you don't want to ever move them. If someone moves them, you feel it's like, no, it has to stay there because this is your way of controlling your surroundings. This is what makes you feel at ease. So that may be some advice for you. Justice in reverse. This is going to sound so simple and stupid, I would even say, but literally the message that you're getting is not to right now feel as things are being unfair to you. And because of that, I'm not saying that some of you do it. There is a possibility that, I don't know, I do it. So maybe I could do it. This is why it's coming to my mind. But whenever you feel like things are going unfair, Spirit is telling you right now that not to ever treat other people unfairly. Please still have understanding and justice for other people, because if anyone achieves what you really want, or they get the manifestation that you really want, this is only a sign that you can do it too. You certainly, because what do they have that you do not have? Circumstances do not matter. This is what I read in a book. It's a book entitled A Happy Pocket Full of Money. It's a very good book talking about the laws of the universe, about like the science behind the law of assumption or attraction, about, you know, the quantum field. So if you want to read it, that's a very good read. I will also link for you this book down below. Okay, we have the section, why is your manifestation being blocked? And again, we have that Knight of Wands in reverse, combined with the Queen of Pentacles. So again, as I see the Knight of Wands, this is not being really sure about where we are going or how we're going about it. What I would say about these two cards, it's like, what is making you feel abundant? What are you trying to do to make yourself feel abundant right now? Because the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing yourself, feeling luxurious. It's like embodying the healthy relationship to items, money, and wealth. But when it's partnered with the Knight of Wands, you may be treating yourself well, like the Queen of Pentacles, but not out of inspiration or forcing it on yourself. There may be not the correct way or just a flipped way of going around how you're taking care of yourself. That reminds me of spending more than you earn to prove to yourself that you are worth that excess spending, these funds. This may be you eating more than you should because you want to feel luxurious. You want to eat that, a cake. You want to eat the berries, but then maybe you're indulging. You're buying too much. Maybe some of the food is rotting in the fridge. Now, I remember Soul Plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. It's like, why your manifestation is not coming. It's because you keep seeing yourself in the circumstances that happen to you. You keep seeing yourself through a filter of your past. You see yourself through a filter of what had happened to you before. And now, I was about to drink tea when I was recording this reading, and I was shuffling the cards, and one card flew from the deck and it dropped into the cup full of tea, hot tea. So one of the cards is now soft and wet, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm not surprised it's the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is you can get so much better than you imagine. Of course, the Wheel of Fortune can be also flipped. You can get worse than, I don't know. If you're imagining yourself in bad scenarios, they can be even worse. You know what I mean? The Wheel of Fortune can be all of that. But I believe that this was the Wheel of Fortune dropping into the freaking tea, as it's telling you, you have no faintest notion of what miracles await you. You have no faintest notion of what beautiful things await you. And you keep seeing yourself as the old version of you. You keep seeing yourself through the fated life. You feel like, I was born into a poor family, so I cannot have what I want. I was treated badly throughout my life, so I will be treated that way again. I was laughed at in middle school, so I cannot present in front of other people because I will be laughed at. One time I told my friend a secret and they told everyone, so now I cannot trust people anymore. This kind of thinking and behavior, the fated life. What has happened to me, it's because of fate. It's because I'm cursed. It's because there is something wrong with me. But that's not true. And you're discovering your destiny life. You have a card, I remember. And there is something that you do need to remember. There is something that you do need to remember, and sorry for moving the microphone and touching it. We will ask the cards what it is that you need to remember. So I'm now playing with the cards a little bit. I'm playing with the cards. Because I only have one hand at my disposal. And I really want to do it on camera. Alright, so one card, let it be that one. It's in reverse, but I want to get it that way. And we have the Magician. How do we remember? How do we remember our destiny life? By understanding the laws of the universe. By understanding the laws of the universe, the magician is an alchemist. Alchemy, in the real world on planet Earth, is done by our conscious awareness. It's done by our thoughts. You can change your thoughts. You can change the invisible vibration into matter. This is the first law of the universe. The law of mentalism. The law of mentalism. Everything is mind. So everything you see around you. Now, look around you, because you're somewhere as you're watching the video. Look around you, look at the plant, look at the door, look at the window, look at the floor, at the trees, at birds. See everything. And now, if everything is mind, why do you think you can see the things? Why do you feel like you can touch them? First of all, you were born into this world to experience the 3D, so this is partly why. Your brain is made so that you can see matter, feel it, touch it, and so on, smell it, taste it. This is why you have the sensorium. But now you can see and perceive the matter because this is thought vibrating at such a low and dense frequency that it becomes matter. This is why also when you watch Christina Loeb's videos, she says that there can be angels appearing on earth just for a second to like save someone, help someone on earth, and then they disappear. And she says that for an angel to materialize on earth, it takes a lot of energy because they have to really bring down their own vibration. This is because the world of matter is dense. Earth is a dense, dense place. This is why you have bad spirits, I guess, in the universe too, but, just planet Earth, it's beautiful, miraculous, but it's also negative at many moments. Like Nine of Wands energy. Battles, protection, fighting, not being understood, heard, hugged, loved. We have all of that. So what do you need to do to remember is to study the laws of the universe. And write them on your freaking fridge. Write them on your fridge. The law of mentalism. Everything is mind. What I want to say, the laws of the universe. Not only the law of mentalism, all of the laws. It's like once you understand them, you will remember something. Like something will click probably in you. You will be reading about them, studying, watching videos, and something will click. It's just something will click. So it's very possible that I did not recognize the energy of other people in this reading, and I read some of my own energy because I can recognize myself in these cards. Now, I believe I'm not separate from the world because we're all one, right? But apart from the spiritual nonsense, it's not nonsense, but apart from the spiritual woo-woo, the truth is that we're just interconnected thanks to economics, politics, social media, internet overall, and so on. So I know that if I'm going through it, someone else is going through it. Therefore, maybe I'm going to post it in the video so that someone else can hear it too if they need it right now. This is kind of a video which was half a reading for other people, half a reading for myself, which is not the best. What can be justice in reverse? Spirit, justice in reverse in what to do about it. It's like, don't try to make everything just. Don't try to make everything seem just because you're not the one in control. You're not the one deciding. It's like it's reminding me of is the Charmed episode where Prue has to meet the Death Angel. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically a TV series, a very good one about witches. And in one episode, there is a death angel coming to the witch, telling her that she needs to understand that there is a divine order at play. And she wants to save her innocent, but she cannot. And she, at the end of the episode, of course, understands that she cannot save that innocent because she's not the god of everything. She is not the one that decides who's gonna live and who's gonna die. So it's like, don't try to be the arbiter. Don't try to be the judge because you're not right now. And don't judge anything as good or bad that's happening to you because if you have faith, if you believe, everything can happen for your greatest benefit and for your highest good. And I know that in difficult moments, it's hard to believe. I'm telling that more to myself as I seem to have all that knowledge about the universe, but I still get depressed and desperate at many points of my life. So I feel like it either doesn't go away or you need to be super enlightened for it to go away. Yeah. So if you see this, group 1, it means that I decided to make it stay, like to keep it in the video. I don't know. for now, I think I'm gonna move on to pile number 2 because there is nothing more that I can add to you. You have the freaking Magician. It's like the first step. You have the Fool's journey in the tarot. There's the Fool at the very beginning, card number 0. And there's the Magician, the first person that the Fool ever meets. Because the Fool starts with nothing. They completely lose sense of self, of ego, of who they are, why they're here. Like the Fool is a fresh start. And then the first person they ever meet is the Magician, because the first thing you need to understand about life in order to master it and have a happy life, happy as much as it can be, of course, is understanding how this reality works actually. It doesn't work according to the TV or according to social media. If you use this kind of a cream, you're never gonna have acne again, and if you use that nail polish, you're gonna have the best nails ever, and if you use that product, you're gonna be super good, and if you have the Gucci bag, you're gonna be respected. Like, we don't live in consumerism. I mean, we kind of do. We live in a world of energy, and it's like, once you understand this, you will regain control of your reality. And once you regain control, the Chariot is not going to be paired with the 9 of Swords anymore. It's going to be paired with something beautiful like Chariot and the Star. This is what it's going to be paired with. And you're going to be finding your North Star. You're going to be finding your destiny, your greatest purpose, and aligning yourself to it. So that's what I can say in this video. I was blabbing a lot, and I'm just moving on to pile number 2. I hope it was helpful for any other soul than me. And if I put this out, just thank you for your time, I guess, and for listening to the blab, okay? Bye! Hello all of you people that chose group 2. Welcome to this tarot reading. As you know from the intro and the title, we're going to be using the tarot today to find out what's blocking your manifestation. Now, since you're in this video, you clicked on it consciously, I guess, more or less, unless it's the auto next YouTube thing. But since you're here, I would say that in your mind, there is that assumption that there is indeed something blocking your manifestation. This is why I am going into this video with the same assumption, that there is something like that. External, internal, we will find out. I usually believe in the internal blocks. Okay, so this is the card that you chose, the defenselessness, riding past wrongs, and uprooting. Okay. So we have 3 categories for you, already divided the cards. This is what's blocking your manifestation. This is why is it being blocked. And the third category is what you can do about it. Some advice from the ether for you specifically. So I hate reversals, honestly, in this deck, but we're still going to use them because it's going to give us more depth, let's be honest. We have for you the 2 of Wands in reverse, combined with the Page of Pentacles. Then we have for you the Knight of Cups in reverse and King of Pentacles in reverse. And here we have the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. As you can see, the Wheel of Fortune is having some problems. I mean, it's darker at the ends. You may not see it that much, but it just dropped. It flew from the deck and it dropped into a cup full of tea, hot tea. So that's a good start before any reading. Okay, group 2. 3 of Wands in reverse and Page of Pentacles. All right, there is only one answer to these 2 cards being together, and I have to be frank with you. I know that you're in a kind of reading that is very personal. You choose your own pile, and I'm talking directly to you, but please detach yourself a little bit, as much as you can actually, from your situation and from my words, so that if I have to be frank, I don't want to hurt you in any way or call you out, because your life is your life and you're living it as you should. But what I have to tell you with the Page of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands in reverse is that you have ideas how to bring that thing that you want. So the Pentacles are mostly about physical possessions, stability, and abundance, money, okay? I mean, abundance in many forms comma, money or slash money. So I feel like these may be the areas in which you're manifesting, although it doesn't mean that it's not love for you. But I would say most of all, there is a plan in your head, or maybe not even a plan, but a goal and a certain way to go about it. It is in your mind group too. But the Three of Wands means that you're not doing it. It's like you do know what to do, but you're not for some reason. And I feel like the only thing that is blocking you right now would be your stagnancy. You're not moving towards your goal in a way that would really bring it about. Maybe you're not trusting yourself. We will look at why. Okay, let's look at why now, actually. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. All right. The King of Pentacles may tell me that some of you feel like maybe you're not deserving of it, or you don't have enough funds or enough material possessions to go for what you want. You don't have the status, you weren't born for it. But the Knight of Cups is also telling me there is a lack of love. There is a lack of love and feeling and inspiration, and the cups are good feelings. You know, they're very flowy, they're touchy, they're romantic. There is some lack of this romanticism, and with the King of Pentacles in reverse, there is how do I put this? Give me a second. Some of you may not be feeling as enthusiastic about the way, about the journey, but only about the goal. Some others of you may be self-deprecating yourself, as to like not treating yourself with love and saying things about yourself in your mind that are not true, that are making you seem less than you actually are. And I feel like that may be true. It may be connected to your beliefs, but it may also be connected to your beliefs about just the world, how it works, and about what you deserve, what is even possible, what will happen to you. Because the King of Swords is all about changing your beliefs. It's about questioning things. It's about going into that mental maturity. So when I say this in the third category for y'all, in the what to do, the advice, this is telling me to you need to challenge what is in your mind. When you have thoughts and you have them, you have thousands of thoughts every single day. First of all, realize they're only just that, a thought, a fleeting thought. And I quote Christina Lopes in, I think, all of my videos because she made me grow so much and I owe her a lot. I feel like I owe her a lot. She said in one of her videos that you have about 75,000 thoughts a day, if I'm not wrong, and you have a similar amount of heartbeats throughout your day. And imagine now thinking about one thought, one scenario, negative scenario, and you keep fixating about it. It's the same as looking at your one heartbeat and thinking about it for 20 minutes. Like, oh my God, what was with this heartbeat? What's wrong with the heartbeat? Was it too fast? Was it too slow? Is it stupid? Will it manifest? It's that kind of, first of all, you need to realize that thoughts are just thoughts. Second of all, the King of Swords is calling you to gain as much knowledge as you can about the Wheel of Fortune is like surprises, right? So maybe read other people's success stories, or books about manifestation, books about the spiritual laws and how people got what they wanted. What's coming to my mind only now is Neville Goddard and going to the freaking Barbados. And since you're into manifestation, you probably know what that means. I can tell you my own success story since it's coming up. I remember one day asking for a sign and I was very frantic about it. I was overthinking and walking down the street and trying to force finding a 4-leaved clover. And of course, as you can imagine, I did not find it because I was forcing it and I was looking for it on the grass. And when you look for something, guess what? You guessed it right. When you look for something, it means it implies that you don't have it. So on that same day, after about 4 hours, not after constant looking of 4 hours, but like every now and then for 4 hours of walking, that was a lot of walking, by the way, that day, I decided that I stop. I was like, okay, I don't care. I know that if I keep looking, I'm not gonna find it. And after 4 hours, I relinquished control. I just asked the universe, can you give me a sign? And then I was walking with like people that I was with in the group, and they stopped for a second because we had to do an activity in that particular spot. They stopped. They were like, okay, that's the spot. We have to stop here. And I just looked down next to my feet, and here I see a 4-leafed clover. Because guess what? I relinquished control and I found it immediately after. So I don't know if you cared about this story. If not, like, I'm sorry for blabbing. But your advice with the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, it is to find out as much as you can about how manifestation can work, how miraculous it can be, and what beautiful things it can bring to you. It's like even challenging your own beliefs. It's calling you to challenge your beliefs about how much you can get. And why am I bringing this up to you is that there are so many ways you cannot fathom how something will happen to you, how you will get your thing, meet the right people, get the money, get the house, and so on. Like, get what you really want, the life of your dreams. You cannot fathom how it's gonna come to you. So if you try to be specific about it too much, you may miss the chance. But like, okay, this wasn't from Spirit, that was from me, the last sentence. I don't want to make you scared. Spirit is just saying to learn as much as you can in order to question what you believe to be true. And from these cards, I know it's not really advice in here, but from these cards, I can tell you this. If you love the journey of where you're going, it's going to be easier for you to get to the final goal. Trust me, group 2, this is going to sound so cliche, but you're truly worthy of what you desire. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, you do deserve that. It can happen to people like you, to a person like you. It can, believe me. And with the Page of Pentacles and 3 of Wands, there is nothing more that I can tell you. It's pretty self-explanatory. You already have good ideas. The Page of Pentacles is that for me. It's like this imagination, creativity about how to go around something, a certain conceived idea. But there is the lack of movement. There is the lack of movement on your part. There is the lack of even believing that it can work. It's like, I feel this card is already making you fail from the very start. Like your attitude towards it, making you fail from the start because you don't even feel like it can win in the long run or something of that sort. So we have the I'm sorry, defenselessness, writing past wrongs, uprooting. I want to grab the book on that one because I'm not from an English-speaking country and I don't know the meaning of uprooting, and I cannot check it now, so sorry guys. We do have it. So it says, we're living in divisive times. When we are hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we are to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we cannot simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame, it's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. Inquiry. How are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? That is an interesting card to get here, honestly, because I feel like it's only calling us out like our ancestors have been wrong, so we now have to pay the price. I guess like I have a question for some of you that are watching right now. Do you feel like you are responsible for the earth hurting, like you're responsible for people hurting? Do you feel like it's your fault that the earth is like, and something coming to my head is dying? The earth is not dying. That's a message to my mind. I feel like when I see this card, I see someone deeply connected to earth, to maybe even the animal kingdom, to the floral kingdom, someone who deeply feels. And it's possible that some of you feel like you're like it may be very unconscious, you may not even realize, but you may be very delicate souls that think that this world is cruel, and somehow this may be delaying your manifestation, because if we feel like you live in a cruel world, and I get it, maybe some of you feel like since the world is so cruel and there is so much suffering, so many homeless people, so many animals dying, forests burning, being cut out, and so on, why do I deserve to live the life that I want? Why do I deserve to be wealthy if all this wrongdoing is going around me? I don't know if that's a message for all of you, but if it's for you, you're a very sensitive soul and I admire your thinking. However, the earth is not going to be better because of you hurting yourself and not getting your dreams, your dream life. If you get your dream life, if you get wealthy, you can do something about it. You can start, like, you can even start an organization. You can gather people. Like, well, hate to break it to you, you probably know that. You're smart people. So you know that money is not everything, of course, in life, but money does bring a lot of opportunities. It brings the means of control. So I feel like you're wealthy, you're going to be making the world better because you're going to have the means to make other people understand. You're going to have the means to get well known if you're into that. It's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm blabbing right now without making sense. So I think I'm going to end the reading here. But y'all are smart ass people. I know it because you got the freaking King of Swords. And for me, the King of Swords is the embodiment. Can I speak today? The embodiment of the smartest card, the wisest card in the tarot. Now I'm thinking about the High Priestess, but she's intuitive knowledge. And for me, the King of Swords, you can see, he's like the bookman. He just knows stuff. So y'all are super intelligent people. And I truly know that you can do it. Like, y'all, you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to stop blabbing and shut up right now. And thank you for being here. I hope you don't feel like you wasted time because I was blabbing without making sense. Anyways, until the next one, and bye-bye. Hello Group 3 and welcome to this tarot reading. I'm happy to have you here on For Divinity. So since you clicked on this video, this is a video, as you know from the intro and the title, what's blocking your manifestation. We're going to be finding out this today. And since you clicked on it, I presume that you believe that there is something indeed blocking your manifestation. Therefore, I'm going to go into this video with such an assumption that there is a blockage. Now, 3 categories, as you can see, I created with the cards. First one is what's blocking your manifestation. This is why is it being blocked? And the third one is what can you do about it? Some advice from the ether, specifically for you. So let me look at it. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse and combined with the 9 of Pentacles. I hate the reversals, y'all. I'm gonna be frank, but we gotta do what we gotta do. And then we have for you the Queen of Pentacles combined with the 8 of Swords. And then we have 3 of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. Okay, and of course the card indicator that you chose, but we're gonna look at it at the very end to see how it fits with the whole message. So, 10 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles, what is blocking your manifestation? All right, yo. So, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I will give you two versions. One is that I believe in less because one is going to include other people, which is always possible that other people are blocking you and preventing you in a way, but I'm a firm believer of the self. Everything starts with us, with you, with an individual. Therefore, the first version, including other people, may be that your manifestation is blocked because your surroundings, especially your family or the closest people to you, are not really supporting the version of you getting what you want. We have that 9 of Pentacles. The Pentacles are very earthly, stable. This is all about financial abundance, about physical goods. So you may feel like you want to gather some of that, some of the, the cash, the green stuff. You may feel like you want the items, like something luxurious, or it can be anything. And it might be possible for some of you that your surroundings are a little bit stopping you. Maybe they're giving you ideas that you cannot do it, you will fail, or maybe you heard it in the past and now you're carrying this with you because you saw your family not having what they wanted, etc. If we're going to the second scenario, that would be, however, that some of you grew up in families or in like your caretakers, your group, just the society that you lived in, your neighborhood, or like etc. The people that you saw growing up never got what they wanted, never achieved the big dreams. I don't mean the small dreams, but maybe they never achieved the big dreams. Maybe they used to say like, oh, this is for the rich people, or this is not for us, we cannot afford it. Some limiting beliefs. There are many of them, and I feel like some of you may be carrying that, like a flipped version of society, a flipped version of your family, a flipped version of how the world works, how people work, that we have to work a 9 to 5, otherwise we will not be financially free. The 9 of Pentacles for me is all about financial freedom and about just being provided for, having it all, not in like an excessive amount, unless that's something that you want to be a billionaire, that's always good. But the 9 of Pentacles is just like being provided for, having enough. And I feel like for you, there's something about an immediate surrounding, like I said, family, neighborhood, and etc. It may not be really supporting the idea of you getting there. And again, it may be because of them actually doing it now, but I feel it has more to do about how you're still holding that vision in your mind, how the past or what you experience or what you see right now around you is affecting your way of thinking, your faith, your belief system. I feel like it's more about that, about you allowing it kind of to get in the way with the version that you want to be. I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm just not building the sentences correctly. Anyways, then we have, why is your manifestation being blocked? And again, we have the 8 of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. And what this is telling me is that some of you just don't see yourself as someone wealthy. You just don't see, and I feel like, I know I'm talking about wealth, and I said it can I didn't tell that in your pile specifically. This can be about any manifestation, just something that you thought of as you were clicking on this video. However, money, abundance, stability, and items, physical goods are coming up the most for y'all. I don't know if it's about love. If it's just about love, just please remake my wording so that it fits your reading. But yeah, I'm gonna continue the example of wealth. Some of you don't even fathom yourself as wealthy. It's like you already kind of in your subconscious mind decided that, a Fiat Volvo is all I'm gonna ever drive. Like a small apartment is all I'm ever gonna live in. And you may be telling yourself the affirmations that you live in your perfect apartment and you have what you want and you're getting your desires. But it's like some part of you, they don't believe it. They feel like, nah, And this part doesn't feel worthy. The Eight of Swords is all about feeling unworthy, feeling like you have to be left out, like the good things are not for you. So this is telling me that there is a part of you that wants that Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles is like being able to afford what you need, the healthcare, the house, the warmth, the good food, nurturing food, all of that good stuff that's going to keep you more or less happy. It's going to keep you healthy, warm, etc. But then comes the Eight of Swords, which is like, no, we cannot have that. We are alone. We are apart from others. We are worse. Basically, swords represent thoughts. This is the suit of the tarot that represents the mental world. And this Eight of Swords is all about mental blockages. It's about self-sabotage at times. It's about the mental story having control over you. So this is why your manifestation is being blocked, group 2, because of the mental story that you're telling yourself about, like where you belong, who you are, all that jazz. And now let's take a look at what you can do about it. So we have the Three of Pentacles. That is beautiful. Wow. Yeah. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, Spirit is coming here to actually tell you that I don't feel like doing it alone is... you can do it alone, but Spirit here comes with this card to tell you to gather like-minded people. I don't know where you go on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you go to church. Maybe you go to work, to the office. Maybe you go to university. Maybe you just go to the park. Maybe you go to the local library. But it's like somewhere where you attend daily or often, maybe even like at a grocery shop. You never know who you're gonna meet. Maybe you already know these people, but if you don't, it's like you may have the possibility to meet people that will be like-minded. They could be similar to your age, but please don't limit yourself as to who these people can be, because I feel like the universe is coming here that you are strong in a group. I feel like this from your energy, because you have the Ten of Cups, it's like something about what you saw about, again, your family, neighborhood, I'm going to repeat myself, the society around you, maybe as you were growing up or right now, something of that, like something about that was flipped. And I feel like it has such strong, like you have such a strong vision of it. Please give me a second because my laptop is dying. Oh my God. Yay, it didn't die. So some of you may have such a strong vision of it that going at it alone may be difficult, like trying to change your beliefs alone. Again, it's not impossible. You can 100%, you have that power to do it alone. But I feel like if you have support and you finally have people that believe in manifestation too, that want to manifest with you, and whenever you go into spiraling like, oh my God, but what if I will be poor? What if I will not get that? They will just slap you in the face with their wording and they will be like, look, you already have it. This is yours. It's your by divine right. And they will explain to you the laws of the universe, etc. It will be just easier. And now this Ace of Swords is so interesting in reverse, because the Ace of Swords is usually about a new idea. And if it's like in reverse, you know what, I would tell you actually group 3, and I don't know if I was calling you group 2 all that time, but you're group 3 definitely. I feel like the universe is coming here to tell you that you don't need new knowledge. Like you already know enough about how it all works. But your faith maybe is not as strong because you've never seen proof, or you feel like you have no one to talk to about it with. Was that English? Oh my God. But yeah, the Ace of Swords is like, don't look for new knowledge. Don't look for new ideas how to go around that situation, or out of it. The only thing that you need is a little bit of support, and you can have that. This is why the Three of Pentacles comes here. Maybe it's a nudge for you to talk to the people that you're scared to talk to. find some friends. If you don't feel like it's safe for you to go out and find friends for any reasons, you can do that on the internet. We are interconnected in the whole world, you know. There are some cultures in the world, especially like Indians and the Pakistani, that they just these guys are so funny. They just message people all over the world. Like, if I'm gonna if I got $1 for every Indian guy that ever messaged me on WhatsApp or Facebook or something, I would be freaking rich by now. But no, I'm a bit joking, but like, they are a culture that I feel like they are super approachable, and for them it's like not weird to break the ice and just start talking to a random person. And for me, coming from the Western world, a bit of a Western world, like Central Europe, it's a bit weird. But at the same time, I'm grateful that such people exist, because we in Poland can be so closed off and so aloof that it's good to see that people are still very open. So believe me, there are open people in the world. They don't have to be Indian people, but all people are amazing. All races are beautiful. So truly, you can make friends, and I feel like this is what is going to help you the most. It's like having the manifestation buddy, if you know what I mean. And we have lifting the veil, questioning everything. Oh my God, see how your reading is so perfectly aligned. Like, oh my God, I was reading pile number 1 and it was so bad. Please don't listen to pile number 1. It was so bad. But yours is just coming together so well. Anything unaligned must go. And for some of you, it's the people around you. Like, I have to be frank. For some of you, it's the people around you. You need to break the ties with some of them, or at least not meet them, see them, hear them as often. But for others of you, it's just like that way you think about how things go and your surroundings. Like, what's not aligned will have to move out. And right now is for you the moment of questioning. We have the Ace of Swords, which is again like not looking for new ideas. I feel it's like right now focus on what you have, work with what you have, your current beliefs, and work with them, not with like new information. Okay, I hope that made sense, group 3. So this is what I have for you today. Thank you for being here. I hope you don't consider it wasting your time, because today's reading is just y'all, it's just all over the place. I don't know what's happening to me. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now, and all the best. Keep on manifesting your dream life. Yeah.